What's going on YouTube? It's NoChainzz and I am back for another commentary, and this is another episode of my Cincinnati Bengals connected franchise here in Madden 25 for the PS4. And last week we faced a very tough loss versus the Buffalo Bills, and this week we'll be hoping to get back on track. We'll be getting 3 of our injured players back, but one player that we are not getting back is Andy Dalton. Of course, he will be out for another 5 weeks. But we are 4-2 so far on the season. This is a very successful season considering we have a whole new system, and then we've been incredibly depleted on offense. But guess who we get back? The MVP of my last series with the Cincinnati Bengals, Giovanni Bernard. He's coming back, and let's see if he can make that big of a difference. Coming off of our second loss of the season at the hands of the Buffalo Bills, who were 0-5 at the time. The Bengals really don't have a reason to come out and be confident versus the 4-2 Detroit Lions. But let's see how it goes. But before I get into commentating, I just want to ask you guys to get those likes up there. Let's get it to at least 35. This series used to get around 40 or 50. Let's get it back up to at least 35. I've been in the 20s the last few videos. So let's change that, guys, as our defense gets a stop. That brings out Jason Campbell, who had a questionable performance last week. It depends on who's judging it. You could have said he had a very good performance. But anyway, there is Giovanni Bernard with his first touch since being injured. And he has not played at all since the preseason. So it's exciting to see if he'll be rusty or if he'll get right back to his MVP-ish ways. But anyway, like I was saying, last week Jason Campbell had a decent game. It depends on who's judging it. You may say he had a very bad game, and you may say he had a very good game. He threw 3 touchdowns. And AJ Green had a very big part of that. However, he did throw 2 interceptions, one of which was returned for 6 points. But Ryan Whalen will fumble the ball, and it will be recovered by the Detroit Lions. Rashean Mathis did a good job of pouncing on that, so the Bengals turned the ball over early. Ryan Whalen took a big hit from Stephen Tulloch, and there was no way he was holding on to that ball. So the Lions get another chance at it after going 3 and out the first go round. But they're going to hit Ross, and he'll be brought down by Danielle Manning after a gain of 13. First down and 10. Vontaze Burfict will get into the backfield and blow that play up before it can even start. So 3rd down and 13. They're going to Ogletree, but he will not come down with the ball inbounds. So they have to punt it again. And this has been the story all season. Our defense plays very, very well. It's just been our offense who has been questionable. But there's Marvin Jones breaking a tackle, has nothing but daylight in front of him. The comeback route will be extended for a touchdown. An 80-yard touchdown for Marvin Jones and Jason Campbell. Very, very nice play by Marvin Jones, breaking the tackle of the cornerback and had nothing but daylight in front of him. And that was a very, very good play. So the Bengals jump out to a 7-0 lead. And it's like, as soon as Andy Dalton goes out, the players started doing a lot better after the catch. They've gotten a lot of yak. You guys didn't really see a lot of that when Andy Dalton was starting. I don't know what it is about these receivers. They're helping out Jason Campbell. They're making it a lot easier for him as far as his numbers. They've been getting a lot of yards after the catch, which can sort of create the illusion that Jason Campbell has been throwing for tons and tons of yards. But anyway, the Lions are trying to respond here. They pick up 9, and then they're going to go to Ebron again for a nice gain and a new set of downs. 2nd down and 3 for the Lions. Stafford is back to pass. He finds an open Calvin Johnson Jr., and he will be brought down by Terrence Newman at the 13-yard line. 3rd down and 1. We're trying to make a stand here. They're going to go to Ebron again. I'm not sure if that's how you say his name. I'm not sure if it's Ebron or Ebron. But he comes down with a touchdown no matter how you say his name, and they tie the game up at 7 points. So our defense did fall apart that time. Usually our defense is a lot better, and there's exactly what I was talking about. There's AJ Green beating the jam and getting our offense all the way down to the 5-yard line, a gain of 75. We have been seeing that a lot more in the last 2 weeks. Then we're going to go toss out to Giovanni Bernard, and he comes up with a touchdown immediately. He is making a difference because with our power backs and James Wilder Jr. and Jeremy Hill out of LSU, you guys really didn't see toss plays because they don't have the speed to reach the outside and beat the defenders to the outside. But Giovanni Bernard, of course, possesses that speed, and it's been coming in handy so far in this game as we lead 14-7, and our defense gets off of the field once again with another punt. So our offense comes back onto the field. There's Giovanni again picking up about 8 yards on that play, 4 rushes for 10 yards so far. We're going to hand it off to him again. Here he is getting to the outside, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Our 2 running backs, our 2 rookies, really don't have that speed to do that. But there we're going to hit Tyler Eifert. He gets a nice block by A.J. Green. He picks up a nice gain and a new set of downs. So 2nd down and 5. Jason Campbell facing the blitz. Going to dump this one off to Giovanni. He jukes and picks up about 7 yards. So Giovanni Bernard is already making a world of a difference. So after a delay of game call, we're going to go to Jeremy Hill over the middle, and he picks up 11 yards. 2nd down and 4. I'm sorry, this is actually a couple plays later. 2nd down and goal. We're going to hand it off to Giovanni Bernard, and he will pick up his 2nd touchdown of the day. Man, something is telling me this guy is going to be in the running for offensive player of the year despite missing the first 6 games of the season. So 1st down and 10 for the Lions here. We get an interception by Terrence Newman, but he will not keep his feet down. So 3rd down and 10. Let's see if our defense could keep up its smothering ways. They're going to dump this one off to Ross, and he will be brought down before he can get the 1st down. So the Bengals have a little bit of time left. They're going to try to extend their lead and make themselves have a little bit more breathing room going into the 2nd half, because right now it's only 2 scores, but we will not accomplish that. There is Stephen Tulloch making another play and getting another takeaway for his team. So that will take us in the half. We will have to settle with a 2-score lead. 21-7 is a score at halftime. Cincinnati Bengals are ahead, and we will receive the ball to start off the 2nd half. So this was a very dominant half for the Cincinnati Bengals. They were clicking on all cylinders offensively and got plenty of stops defensively. They did break down on 1 drive, but other than that, they've been playing very, very well, stopping the Lions almost every time they have the ball. But there's Jeremy Hill on the left side picking up a gain of 21. So this tandem of Jeremy Hill and Giovanni Bernard could be very effective going forward this season. There's Giovanni Bernard this time using his speed to get 8 yards on that play. So 3rd down and 1, we're going to hand it off to him again. He takes it up the middle, and he will pick up a nice gain. 1st down and goal. We couldn't get anything going, so we're going to play action on 3rd down and goal, and we will find Tyler Eifert for the touchdown. So the Bengals score yet again, and you could hear the boos here in Detroit as the Lions go down by 21 points, and it doesn't look like they're going to stop the bleeding as Wallace Gilbert brings down Matt Stafford for a sack. Then they're going to go to Ross, but that will not be enough for a 1st down. So the Bengals get another chance to increase their lead. They're going to go to a wide open Marvin Jones over the middle. So 2nd down and 11. Jason Campbell back to pass. Going to find A.J. Green over the middle, and that brings his total to 98 yards on the game so far. We're going to Giovanni Bernard. He breaks a tackle and gets about 8 yards on a play. He's up to 70 yards on the day. So 3rd down and 2, we're going to go to him again. He is so shifty, and that's what I liked about him. He's very fast and very shifty. And there is Tyler Eifert getting down to the 10-yard line. So it's looking like the Bengals will score again. 1st down and 10. We're going to Tyler Eifert, and he will catch his 2nd touchdown of the day, and more boos coming in from the Detroit crowd. This is not the type of football they're used to seeing their team play, as they are 4-2 in the season and have been playing some very, very good football lately. So 3rd down and 10, they're going to Ebron again, and they will have to punt once again. It's like Matt Stafford doesn't like throwing the ball further than the 1st down marker. He likes to let his receivers do it, and that just hasn't been working. But this defense has honestly played its best football of the season so far. But we go to Giovanni Bernard again. This time on 1st and 10, he takes the draw play for a gain of about 12, and he hits that hole so much faster than Jeremy Hill, and that's why we really missed him. But there's James Wilder Jr. from Florida State taking the toss play for a touchdown. Our defense got yet another stop, and the Bengals had the ball again. And there's Giovanni Bernard bringing his rushing total to 132 yards. We really missed this guy, and I just put in A.J. McCarron to finish out the game. And right here, they're going to get some dignity points. They're going to Fourier, and he will get the touchdown. And they're celebrating like they just won the Super Bowl, but you're down 45-14. and the Bengals pretty much conceded offensively. They put in the backup quarterback so that he can get some experience and can learn the speed of a game a little bit more, because that's one thing that I think A.J. McCarron has struggled with, the speed of the defenders, the passes that you could fit in college you can't really fit in the NFL. But anyway, Giovanni Bernard comes back, plays great, 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then had a few receptions on top of that. But look at the game by Jason Campbell. 22 for 25, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And that wasn't that bad because it came at the end of a half, and we ended up getting ball right back to start the second half. But 150 yards for Giovanni Bernard, and a very good receiving day by Tyler Eifert. So we had 2 Bengals with 2 touchdowns, Tyler Eifert and Giovanni Bernard. And then we had AJ Green having a very nice receiving day, along with Marvin Jones with a very nice receiving day. Calvin Johnson Jr. didn't really show up this game. He was pretty much on lock. Even though he got 69 yards, he was pretty much on lock by Leon Hall. Didn't really make a difference in the game. But just 1 week after losing to the winless Buffalo Bills at the time, we are back blowing out a 4-2 Detroit Lions. That brings me back to my point that I mentioned in the last episode. We played to the level of competition. There's no other way to put that. But you know, when we play bad teams, we play bad. When we play good teams, we play good. That's just how the Cincinnati Bengals are, and that's how they are in real life, to be honest. I mean, I think we can beat some of the best teams in the NFL, but we could lose to some of the worst teams. I mean, it's just so weird with the Bengals. But nonetheless, we moved to 5-2, which is very good, and that keeps us at the head of the AFC North. Just a side note for you guys, these games, the Bills and the Lions, were played on the same sliders, and I think that's just so cool that, you know, you match up differently with different teams. You know, you may beat a very good team and you may lose to a very bad team. That keeps every game like a mystery. There are no gimme games on these sliders, and I really like that. But what I think had a really big part in our loss to the Buffalo Bills was the fact that we had no defense for EJ Manuel and his running ability. He made a lot of plays with his feet. So next week we'll be facing off against another scrambling QB, so hopefully we'll be able to contain him. And I'm talking about none other than the quarterback Michael Vick of the New York Jets, who I believe is starting in this game. So that'll be very interesting to see if we can contain Michael Vick. I'm very excited to play that game, and I'll see you guys then. Don't forget to look at it, and you guys don't want to miss it. And I'll see you guys then, though. Later.